Having lost control of the White House and the Senate, as well as witnessing a violent attack on Capitol Hill by some supporters, the Republican Party is in a state of disarray. After 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency, can the grand old party survive, or has it been changed irrevocably? Kate Fisher reports from Washington.
When supporters of Donald Trump stormed the United States Capitol in the name of their president, the vast schism in the Republican Party was laid bare. The rioters were spurred by their belief in President Trump's false allegations that the election was stolen from him. But many Republicans were horrified by the violence they saw. In the aftermath, 10 Republican lawmakers joined Democrats in voting to impeach the president for incitement of insurrection.
The pragmatists within the Republican Party want to divest themselves, in effect, of what has become the toxic legacy of Donald Trump. And that's what we're seeing with Mitch McConnell and others right now. But that's not so easy. Donald Trump still has an enormous following among Republicans.
That following could lead him to run for president again in 2024. But his former national security advisor, John Bolton, believes the devotion of his supporters may start to wane.
I think the damage to Trump is very real. And I think that once he leaves office at noon on the 20th of January, it will become increasingly apparent that he's yesterday's news and his influence will drop dramatically. I think there's got to be a serious conversation within the Republican Party. I think that, in fact, has already started, and I expect it to go on, to try and correct the damage that Trump has done.
When Donald Trump moved into the White House 4 years ago, you could still see it. Since then, the fences have come up and the Republican Party has lost control of the presidency, the House and the Senate. Even before Donald Trump's supporters turned Washington into a fortress, the GOP was in trouble. Political historian Alan Lichtman says the divisions in the party are reminiscent of those which tore apart the Whig Party in the 1850s, allowing the modern Republican Party to emerge.
There's a real possibility for the party splitting in two, which would mean, like the Whigs, the party will be replaced by another party. You can't have two factions of the Republican Party and still make them viable in a winner-take-all political system like we have here. I'm not predicting necessarily that there will be this reordering of the party system that hasn't happened in, 150 and more years, but it's certainly a possibility.
As Donald Trump leaves the White House, America's capital city is being patrolled by thousands of armed soldiers, and more than 100 of his supporters have been arrested for storming the Capitol. It's not just the Republican Party that's been upended by the Trump presidency, but the American political system as a whole. Kate Fisher, CNA, Washington.